my name is Aubrey Eggett, and I'm a 2012 Boettcher Scholar. I grew up in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, and attended Rock Canyon High School. And while I was at that high school, I participated in a ton of activities. I was a student athlete. I played softball for all 4 years. I loved singing, so I was involved in more than 5 different choirs. I was heavily involved in student council. I was in the musical all 4 years. I loved learning in general. And outside of school, I was also heavily involved in church service and activities. And once I reached my junior year of high school, I started exploring college options. And as we often do in the world, I started focusing on prestige and looking up everything, like the most prestigious schools I could. So I started really focusing on places like Princeton and Duke and Columbia and Northwestern and places like that. I was not even interested at all, really, in attending a school in Colorado, even though my 2 older brothers had attended CU, or were attending CU at the time. As silly as it sounds, I just thought it would be too easy. Almost like a cop-out option. So I wasn't really interested in staying in Colorado. I wanted to pursue this giant dream of going to the East Coast and going to some big-name Ivy League. But when I was a senior in high school, my high school counselor showed us a PowerPoint presentation of something called the Boettcher Scholarship, and I had never heard of that before. Nobody at my school had ever received the Boettcher Scholarship. It was something super foreign to me. But as she continued on with the presentation, I was like, what? This is a full ride scholarship to any school in Colorado? That's kind of a big deal. And you know, both of my parents are accountants, so I knew that saving money was a good thing. But it just seemed like that would be such an honor to have a full ride, or receive a full ride scholarship. So after I heard that presentation, I started exploring more of the opportunities in Colorado. And as I kept doing that, I kept discovering, holy cow, there are a ton of opportunities right here at home. And again, like I said, it seemed really practical, especially since I was considering continuing on to dental or medical school. So to enter dental or medical school with essentially no debt was a very attractive option. So I applied. And I remember I was in the middle of talent show rehearsal at my high school when my dad ran up in the middle of the stage and handed me this giant envelope. And I remember when I opened it, I cried upon reading the words, "Congratulations." And I just was filled with this overwhelming gratitude and honor that the Boettcher Foundation was inviting me or offering me a scholarship. I felt, man, how much trust must they have in me, or how much hope, and I was tickled. I was especially tickled after I received 4 declination letters from all those big-name Ivy League schools that I applied to. I felt a little frustrated because it felt like a really impersonal process, just filling out an online application. I felt like they couldn't really see who I was or what I had to offer. But I was so pleased to accept the Boettcher because it was the best option anyway. And I can now confirm those words after going to CU for a few years. I decided to go to CU Boulder, and that is a pretty large school. But what's great there is that together with the Boettcher Foundation, there's a Boettcher community at the college. So we have our own counselors, we have our own events, we have our own opportunities, we even have our own lounge in the library, which is pretty nice. And I just love how through receiving the Boettcher Scholarship, it has helped make the college campus, a giant college campus, seem really small. And I've heard that to be true of the other schools in Colorado that my fellow scholars attend. So currently I am an integrative physiology major, which is pre-med, and I'm double majoring with Spanish and Portuguese. I'm involved in CU's vocal jazz ensemble and also their collegiate chorale. I'm also able to continue to be an active participant and member of my church community there in Boulder, and I'm never at a loss for community service opportunities, especially because most of the opportunities that are around me in Boulder are put on or founded or run by my fellow Boettcher peers, which I think is amazing. In the future, I hope to now attend medical school and become an endocrinologist. So I'm just very thankful for this opportunity, and it has truly changed my life.